Last weekend was not good, though. Do you have any better news for us?
Yeah, well, look, it is going to be better this Saturday compared to last, which was an absolute washout for some of us. I mean, I was out on Saturday. It really was awful. You might like that sort of weather, so it would have been great for you. This coming weekend, and indeed actually this afternoon and over the next couple of days, it's going to be a mixture of sunshine and showers. Now, the crucial thing is that when we look at satellite images, we see these low pressures spinning up in the Atlantic, and this weekend will be very close to this low. It'll be sort of coming close to the UK and establishing itself over us. And then the following weekend looks fairly similar with low pressure. And I almost want to say that the first half of August is actually looking pretty unsettled, at least at this stage. So, you know, it's more of the same. These low pressures keep arriving on our shores and delivering this unsettled weather.
Afternoon to you. It's been a very mild start this morning, but a lot of cloud around, of course. We can see some of that here captured by our weather watchers. There have been some breaks here and there in the cloud, but not loads yet.
Hello there. Very good evening to you across the capital today. Yes, after a few bright spells first thing this morning, there's been the odd isolated shower through today, but as we look towards the weekend, obviously just around the corner, it's still going to remain fairly unsettled with some sunny spells at times, the odd scattering of showers. Most of the showers, though, will be fairly light, and the breeze staying fairly light as well, this time from a southwesterly direction.
Hi Clive, we'll take a look at the Ashes forecast in just a moment weather-wise. Today, though, we've managed some spells of sunshine. Looked beautiful earlier on. This was Edinburgh Castle with some sunny skies overhead. But of course, a reminder, this month's been very wet, hasn't it? There are parts of the UK, Blackpool, for example, have had 2.7 times as much rain as a typical July. And of course, we're not quite done with the month just yet. Now, looking at the forecast for the test match, a fleeting light shower possible tomorrow, but I think most of the day is dry. Most of Sunday's dry too. Could see a bit of rain late in the day. It's Monday that could be a bit of a spoiler with rain for the Ashes. I think it's going to be OK this weekend, Victoria. Not perfect, but not too bad. Now, if you're wondering what that yellow thing is on our Weather Watch picture, yes, that was the sunshine. And in breaking news, we actually had temperatures reach average levels in central London today. 24 degrees Celsius, the warmest spots. Not seen that very often over recent weeks. Temperatures have been running a little bit below average generally. Temperatures, though, still reaching the 20s, though still feeling pleasant in any sunshine. Heading beyond that, low pressure stays in charge into next week, and that means as we go from July into August, it stays unsettled with more showers on the way.
Oh, that's a shame. OK, thank you.
Hello. Friday was a pleasant enough day for most of us, just a few showers here and there. But how about the weekend? It is looking a little on the unsettled side, but I don't think it's going to be as bad as last weekend. Last weekend, or at least Saturday, for some of us was an absolute write-off of that persistent rain and the strong winds. Now, I mentioned at the beginning of the forecast that there's a succession of low pressures heading our way, and indeed the jet stream is pointing right at us. And look at all of that rainfall, not just here in the UK, but right across Europe. Further south in the Mediterranean, it's going to be dry. So how wet has July been? Because it has been wet. In fact, in Northern Ireland, 184% of the average rainfall, and in England, about 163% of the average. But of course, that does vary from region to region.
And Becky, I believe you're surrounded by trees, aren't you? So where are you?
Well, welcome to Hatfield Forest here in Essex. This 1,000-acre nature reserve is owned and managed by the National Trust, and it's a site of special scientific interest. Now, it was once a royal hunting forest dating back to the time of Norman kings, but now, particularly at this time of year, it has for a much more crucial purpose, and it's basically a huge adventure playground for children on their summer holidays and parents desperate for the children to let off some steam. Plenty of people here as well, after some peace and quiet, sensibly keeping their distance. Speaking of the summer holidays, yes, we're still stuck with the sunny spells and showers, incredibly humid for many today as well. And we stick with the sunny spells and showers over the weekend as well. Now, showers are, you may have noticed, really tricky to pinpoint with any accuracy where they're going to fall and how heavy they're going to be, despite all the advances in weather forecasting over the last few years. In fact, just the last few years, we've seen some massive advancements in those weather forecasting. And you can see we've got a British-built satellite called Euless, which is expected to fall to Earth later today after completing a transformative mission to map the world's winds. It's our first truly global view on how winds behave on Earth, from the surface all the way up to the stratosphere. So for a geek like me, that's extremely exciting. Now, all these advances have really helped the forecasting agencies to get a really detailed view of the forecast and what's to be expected in the longer term as well. So let's now have a look, for the first time ever really, I think, for me, at the longer range forecast. This is basically what the Met Office expects to happen for the rest of the crucial summer holidays. There's a bias here because I have small children. So there's not much change, a continuing mix of sunny spells and showers. No prolonged hot temperatures on the cards, but longer dry interludes are likely towards the end of August. But for now, no prizes for guessing what. It's rinse and repeat. We've got sunny spells and showers this weekend. Let's have a look at the forecast. So, spoiler alert, sunny spells and showers this weekend. That's absolutely right. How do I stretch this over a minute? Sunny spells and showers turning windy and fresher, so that humid feel is starting to go. So all I can say is I hope you have a lovely weekend despite the weather, and next time it's sunny, just enjoy it.
Becky, thanks very much.